Home your skills. Look, boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room. Come on now. It's like a dream. Everything moving fast, but you moving slow. Chase the tempo, watch, we on time. Hey, now you know. Listen to the rhythm we giving them, we bringing it with passion. Smashing, you used to just move to my groove. Case in point, watch how I improve. Then the automator is ready, you know we're hater, a music motivator, and I'ma show you later. But right now we getting down. You ground, cause I surround the sound. With rhythm that's raw rhymes that really will get ya. Do your silly groove like a Philly and I split ya. Hit your hard style showing out. Exhale long and blow 'em out. Yeah, you in the danger room, come on now. Yeah, you in the danger room, come on now. Look, boy, you in the danger room.
Second shot, first goal.
Hone your skills.
Good looking shot right here. And that's how the game is played. Right there. So just getting started.
It's like a dream,
Heat up here in the second hole. This is a short par four, measuring about 370 yards. Starting up on it. Easy when you're able to do that golf. So far on that side, not overly big. And moving a long way. Frank's really good chance in this position to make a birdie.
Hone your skills.
Right now, flag. This is
Look, boy, you in the danger room. Yeah, you in the danger room, come on now.
easy birdie. Frank going for another birdie.
It's like a dream. Everything fast, but you just slow.
That drop.
It's like a dream. Everything fast, but you
Frank wants to start slower than the second hole. The third, 171 yards.
This is totally different from previous style. Drive should come out of the bag. Take that first bunker out of play, around that 255 yard mark. You start to shorten this hole up a little bit. Well, the longest is still fine. Short on
Getting set now for the second shot here at hole number 3. Par 4.
Well to his strengths. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Oh, I thought he had that. Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold, very bold.
And he's putting for par now. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? And we pick up action at the 4th. Frank, this is a very nice start to the round. Couple of birdies on the scorecard, looks extremely solid.
Yeah, looks well poised actually to have a very good round today.
That's well played. Places it about 10 feet out for birdie.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. No problems early, looks good.
Does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Well, here we are at the first par 5 of the day. The 5th, 535 yards. Frank, break it down.
It's called double trouble. Reason why, there's the lake on the tee shot on the left side, and then he's reversed it up there on the second shot. He put the lake on the right.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
That, Frank, is position A.
Wouldn't you like to have that in your bag every day?
Love it.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play.
No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. Well, the architect Pete Dye is known for visual intimidation. We see it at TPC Sawgrass at the Players every year. And you see it right here, Frank, at this 255-yard par 3/6 with water everywhere you look.
Yeah, you could make an argument here that it suits a little bit of a cut, like a Lee Trevino style fade that starts at the left and moves its way to the green, but then that's also moving back towards the water. Conversely, if you try and fly it over that water on the right side with a little bit of a draw, then the green starts to run out on the left side. Have I made it sound hard?
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par 4, 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green, so it's just a layup. You see the bunker down there in the distance. That really is the stop sign. So something that's short of that, but really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number, something that you got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
And another green in regulation. And getting ready for the putt. So with that make, now at 7 under par. 555-yard par 5 8th hole. Frank, is this a 2-shotter or a 3-shotter?
Good question, Rich. It starts to shrink down by the walkway, which is around that 330-yard mark. That's the decision has to be made. Personally, I think you try it at first, because even if you do find a fairway bunker, then it is certainly a layup. If you've got the distance, it's well worth the risk.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Second shot.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
That's an absolute beauty.
Now his third, staring right at the green.
That was a solid strike and a good result. These putts keep the round together. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, the par 4 9th at 452 yards is all you want.
You could make 5 there every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Pretty good shot right there. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, it still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Rich Lerner pleased to be alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Back to PGA West, getting set for the back 9 and the 10th hole. It's a good-looking hole, Frank, at 416 yards.
Yeah, it certainly gets your attention, just the visual there. This is one of those holes, if you've got a caddy, you say, oh, what's that carry over the bunker on that left side where the water is? He'll tell you it's like 240 yards, and then you say, well, what's it to the bunkers on the right? Well, to get past those ones on that right side, you're in the vicinity of 300 yards. This is a hole that you'll scratch your head.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship.
Frank, how about this hole, the par 5 11th? Long one.
Oh, it is. And, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole, a par 5 that you can't reach. You can still play it as a 3-shotter. And in some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Locked in on the read and the speed. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day.
Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot. Should be safely on deck.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways, this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
Birdie try up next. And he has it for birdie.
Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
$11 under on the day.
Frank, if a player needs to make a big move at the close of the round, how could they get at this whole location and make a birdie? They call this turning home.
Yeah, I think that's where you have to be a little more aggressive off the tee shot. A drive of 280 yards can certainly take those 2 bunkers down the left out of play. There is one in the distance down there, 350 yards, so even the longest hitters can still hit driver down there. You imagine pumping one down there, sort of 340 yards. Now you turn a long hole into a drive and a wedge. That's how you get aggressive.
Solid play, heart of the green. Shouldn't be a problem here. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament.
This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
Is it stopped yet? It's still going.
Wow, Frank, I mean, he put the thumb down on that one.
And kept it going, too. To mash that down like that, that's the air time, the hang time he got out.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses, when they first came out, with the wooden bulkheads, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now, we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye's going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donald Rosses, the C.B. McDonalds as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that's actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016. Standing over his birdie putt. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards, but again, we've said it all day long, water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's three groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3-wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. 14 under on the day. Well, Frank, round 1 in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.